Well, Tesla CEO Elon Musk lit up the internet last night again.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk is the subject of a new controversy after he appeared to smoke marijuana during a podcast interview.
You just see this video. Tesla CEO Elon Musk smoking marijuana right there in the open. It was all during a live interview. You heard me correctly. This was on Joe Rogan's podcast. And there it is. There was also whiskey, a samurai sword, and a flamethrower involved.
What do you get when you mix a billionaire trying to change the world, some whiskey, throw in a little weed, and a flamethrower, and then record it all on a podcast and on camera for all of you to see? That's what happened.
Billionaire Tesla head Elon Musk.
What is he up to?
We know what he's up to. Once again, seeming to dare people to call him out.
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
How does that work? Do people get upset at you if you do certain things?
Do you see this right here?
There's
Elon
tobacco
Musk.
and marijuana in there.
Is he inhaling? Yeah, no, I'm not sure.
Okay, whether or not he's inhaling, he's in a state where it's legal. But right there, Elon Musk is seen taking in a joint during a podcast interview with Joe Rogan.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk appeared to smoke marijuana during a podcast appearance with comedian Joe Rogan. That puff added to concerns raised by critics that his behavior has become too erratic for someone leading such a large company.
Kind of unhealthy to me. What say you, Doctor?
Maybe it explains some of his erratic behavior. I don't like it.
Indeed.
By the way, people in Colorado are driving, drinking, and smoking pot, increasing risks of fatal car accidents. Musk already has issues. He says he sleeps 6 to 7 hours a night. That's good. He says he has breakfast every day. That's good. But he takes sleeping pills reportedly. He's drinking. He's having pot. All of it is a very bad combination. It interferes with cognition, with thinking, with the ability to make decisions. Maybe that's why Tesla's going down the drain.
Well, yeah. That's all they do.
The 2.5-hour interview with Elon Musk described as provocative, personal, and intriguing.
Like, what is it like? What's going on in the head?
Never-ending explosion.
It's just constant ideas, just bouncing around.
Yes.
But today it's this moment making headlines across the business world.
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
Musk under fire after taking a hit of marijuana mixed with tobacco.
I'm not a regular smoker of weed. I don't find that it is very good for productivity.
Critics say it's just the latest misstep for the billionaire CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Amid rumors of drug use on social media, Musk told the New York Times, "This past year has been the most difficult and painful year of my career."
He is going through some issues, and he's bringing everyone along for the ride. Now, whether that's a good thing for shareholders or not, it obviously wasn't today.
Working to revolutionize transportation with high-speed underground pods, Musk may also be on the cutting edge of artificial
underground
intelligence.
pod? That would be a great idea.
Tonight, Tesla stock is dropping after its CEO took a hit. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, Chella. How are you doing today?
So good. I'm so irritated that Elon Musk wasted that hit.
Complete waste of a blunt.
Waste of weed right there.
But we
you
are
have to inhale.
We are taking some weed right now. We are taking some weed. We are what else? We are doing the joint. We are doing what the other thing as they were saying.
All wrong.
On the weed, on the pot. We're on the pot right now. Welcome, everybody. This is indeed DC 420 LA, the week in weed. Wow. Thought it was going to be a quiet week in weed until Elon sparked up. And indeed, Vegan Metro made the interesting observation that maybe it will get him to sleep without the medications. This actually, maybe the board members resign. Maybe those people resign because of the Ambien use. Because apparently they're upset about that too. He needs Ambien to sleep, so maybe he should be on the weed. It's probably, I would say, the erratic behavior might be coming from the Ambien.
Roseanne would say that too.
Roseanne would say that too, right? Exactly. And a little whiskey and Ambien. I'm sure, excellent combination. Nice. So yes, Elon Musk blew up the internet.
Crazy, right?
With his half toke.
It wasn't even a toke. That's the thing. He makes people who use cannabis look silly.
Well, I think that's why that's what I tweeted. I think that's why the stock dropped. I think all the millennials that own that stock went. He doesn't know how to smoke. He doesn't know what a blunt is.
He doesn't know how to inhale.
And he doesn't know how to smoke weed.
And Joe Rogan showed him right before. He demonstrated how to do it and inhale, hold it, and then exhale.
And I love how the mainstream media is all like, oh, it's
oh my God,
apparently smoke marijuana.
They lost their minds about it, you guys.
And then
erratic behavior.
Of course, I would seriously look more to the Ambien than I would to the weed.
Right.
He obviously is not a weed smoker and probably
Really?
should be. Maybe he should be giving up the Ambien and the whiskey for some weed. But I'll tell you one thing though, I just did a little cursory search here just to go, because I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. I watch his podcasts all the time when he has some really interesting guests. And he's done like 1167, I think that was, or 1168. That was 1169, that one. And he gets a lot of views. It's a very popular podcast. But if you look at it was just streamed 2 days ago, 7.7 million views.
Wow.
That full 2.5, or it's like a 3-hour podcast. And now I'm going to watch the whole thing. But he gets there's 800,000 views, there's 400,000 views. He gets upwards of 1 million views on some of his shows.
Yeah, but that one.
7.7 million views.
That's amazing.
In 2 days.
And he didn't even raise awareness the right way.
And he bashed marijuana. I think
terrible.
Well, let's watch this clip of the sort of
the actual thing that happened.
The actual interview here, sort of most of it anyway, that the Guardian put up. So let's take a look at this.
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
Totally.
How does that work? Do people get upset at you if you do certain things? There's tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is. The combination of tobacco and marijuana is wonderful.
No.
Don't agree.
I'm not a regular smoker of weed.
Very European.
Almost never.
Almost never.
I mean, it's. I don't actually notice any effect.
Because you didn't inhale.
You know, I know a lot of people like weed, and that's fine. But I don't find that it is very good for productivity.
So
a new buzz.
Before we get on to that, so he totally bashed it. He says, "I'm not really into it. Not good for productivity."
Fine for the people, unproductive people. That is.
But the Ambien, I need that for sleep. That's just for sleep. And it doesn't cause any weird things to happen.
No. Nobody's ever done anything weird on Ambien.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. I think that's wrong.
So, it's just, they're just using it. It blew up the internet. It really exposed Joe Rogan even more. And, it is completely ridiculous. It's not why the pot stock dropped, although maybe some are using it for that.
Mean the
but
Tesla stock?
Yeah, the Tesla. There's a bunch of stuff going on. They're under investigation, and he used basically 420 when he was telling people it was going to go private. He was using that as a marketing ploy. There are a lot of young people that invest in Tesla. A lot of millennials invest in Tesla. And, I think that's where it might have been, if that's the case, if it is because of the pot, that's the reason. He doesn't know what a blunt is, and he doesn't know how to smoke the weed.
The weed. Almost never.
He doesn't use the weed.
He almost never. I think he meant never.
Oh, yeah, never. Someone has passed him one like that. He's probably been in that circumstance before at a party or something, right? So Elon blew up the internet.
John Kennedy is saying, so he tweeted that he wanted to privatize, stocks go through the roof, bad for his privatization idea. Toke's on Rogan, doesn't even inhale, and stocks dive. Good for his privatization idea. Totally good.
Just completely back asswards. Unreal. And somebody else tweeted, I don't know who it was, said if this is what our economy is based on, It's completely ridiculous. And it is completely ridiculous. The stock market is completely ridiculous. It's based on nonsense. So, well, we'll see where that goes. I'm sure it will rebound. I'm sure the stock will rebound. Joe Rogan got almost 8 million views in 2 days.
Amazing. On
that. And I can't wait. I have not watched the entire podcast, but now I'm going to watch the entire thing because I hear it is actually really good. And he says some pretty scary stuff. So what's your take on Musk? If anybody has one, does anybody care? Does anybody think I thought he was an idiot before. Well, he's not obviously not an idiot. He's one toke over the line, sweet genius. Too many, one too many tokes. Hardly, it really sucks to be busted like that. I mean, to be stigmatized and not actually be a consumer.
Yeah.
Of cannabis. That's
ridiculous.
Joe Rogan's like, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Bring it. And what's YouTube going to do about that?
Because he knows how good it is for everything.
That's my thought. They were literally now over 7.7 million people have watched Elon and Joe smoke marijuana.
They didn't.
On YouTube.
Joe did.
Well, you don't think anything got in on that?
No.
That was definitely a Bill Clinton inhale.
He held it in his mouth and he spit it out almost immediately.
Like a cigar, like you do with a cigar.
But didn't even hold it as long as you hold a cigar for the flavor.
Now, I've smoked one blunt,
in and out.
Maybe two in my lifetime. I'm not a big blunt fan. I don't like the tobacco. I'm with Jimmy Dore. And I invented it. It's a very European thing. Your dad does it all the time. The Italians do it.
Excuse me, mixing tobacco in, but if it's just the leaf, it's not so bad.
Yeah, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
If it's just the leaf, it's not so bad.
But let's move into our second big national story because Elon, of course, took over the news cycle, and that'll all change in another week. That's all a big fazool. But good on Joe Rogan for nailing that.
What's up, Reefer Revolutionaries? DC here. Be sure to join us live on Sundays at 4:20 Pacific for DC 420 LA, The Week in Weed, the show where we spark up and talk about marijuana in the mainstream media, the politics of pot, and cannabis cures. That's DC 420 LA on YouTube. Follow the channel link and get notifications for when we go live. And now you can watch live on Steam It through DLive at DC 420 LA. See you on Sunday. Pot for peace.